Hi, my name is Kelly Falco, and I did my position paper presentation on the importance of concussion awareness. I believe it is imperative for society to gain awareness and understanding of the short-term and long-term effects concussions frequently have on the human brain, and also why it is so important to efficiently rehabilitate. A concussion is characterized by an immediate and transient alteration in brain function, including alteration of mental status and level of consciousness, resulting from mechanical force or trauma, states clinical pediatrics. In response to the increased rate of concussions, neurologists and sports medicine experts have created models and performed studies on the preventative methods and reasons behind why people receive concussions. As an indication of concussions taking the world by storm, it has become apparent that the public needs to focus their attention on the effects concussions have on the human brain. When encountering a concussion, one feels disoriented, drowsy, neck pain followed by nausea, sensory sensitivity, and balance problems. According to the Journal of American Association, the short-term effects can be defined as a complex cascade of ionic, metabolic, and physiological events that can adversely affect cerebral function for several days to weeks. While these pathophysiological effects take over the brain, it is very apparent in the individual that they have a metabolic balance and it has shifted. While some symptoms take place directly after an impulse to the brain, there are ones that arise further down the road. Cognitive ability scores and educational levels were found to have much lower scores for people who have suffered from 2 or more concussions in comparison to those who have not. These symptoms are characterized as a lack of attention, the ability to memorize is hindered, the feeling of slower cognitive processing overall. The emotional side of the syndrome causes difficulty in neurological ability to make decisions, resolve problems, and process information in a timely manner. The risk of a concussion can occur at any time, sporting event, or even normative activities of daily living, in which makes it evident that people must be aware of the reality associated with this horrible neurological syndrome. Sports medicine specialists are still in search for ways to minimize these injuries. Many accounts are publicized from the NFL, FIFA, and many other huge organizations. For example, former Chicago Bears safety David Durson had suffered from repetitive brain trauma and ended up shooting himself. His last words read, "Please see that my brain is given to the NFL's brain bank." Boston University researchers group studied and analyzed his brain and found that he did in fact suffer from chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is a progressive degenerative disease found in athletes who have experienced numerous brain injuries. A grade 1 concussion, I found out, is just as serious as a grade 3 concussion. There's no significant research that can accurately assess the severity right away. Also, there's no research that can be performed on the brain before the person is dead for CTE, which is crazy to me. And also, we are not doing the best we can in sports medicine for assessing concussions. I hope to continue coaching when I grow up, and aside from the responsibility of making my girls better athletes, I'll be aware of the warning signs of concussions, willing to help in assessing the issue, and compliant with the necessary recovery process. So we went over the short-term effects, long-term effects, and also the value of rehabilitation. Society needs to realize that these recurring injuries are in fact brain injuries that can present impediments throughout the entirety of one's life. Thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays, everybody.